Welcome to another connection here on TKO8 Television. I'm Dennis King. My co-host, Tabitha Odegaard, couldn't be with us today, so I'm going to do the show by myself. She'll be with us next week, I'm sure. Each week we come on with different individuals and different organizations to tell you what's going on around the area. And a little different today, but we're going to talk about something that's really important and happens to be a good friend of mine that's doing a little change in his business, and we're going to introduce someone else that's new to the community as well. Stay with us. We'll be back on Connection in just a moment.
Spring has already started at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. Come in and browse their vast assortment of home decor and gift items. The Michel line of bath and body products, market bags, and kitchen accessories are the perfect gift for any occasion. Also new at Sisters, metal folk art and chalkboard message boards in various styles and designs. Whether you're looking for a bold centerpiece, artistic floral arrangement, tag dinnerware and accent pieces, or razorback gift ideas, Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the Fitness Club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the Fitness Club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the Fitness Club, Highway 6265 North in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Thanks for joining us again this week. We do a show each and every week, and today we're honored to have two individuals with us, Dr. Lowell Williams and Dr. Chad Jensen. Welcome to the Connection show here. We're glad to have you. Dr. Williams, we're going to start off with you and let you talk a few minutes, and then we're going to get with Chad and let him tell us a little bit about himself. So what's going on in your business?
Well, Dennis, after what'll be 41 years this summer, I'm going to retire.
41 years.
Yes.
Doc, you don't look that old.
Well, thanks. Thank you. I've been in Harrison 41 years and been on the hospital staff all that time, been treating patients at the hospital and here in the office. And had a young gentleman inquire about acquiring my practice, and Dr. Jensen came here before the cold weather hit and liked it real well. And didn't think he was going to get all this ice, but we broke him in right.
Yeah, we got him in there right.
So I'm going to be with him during a transition period of a few months here, and then I'm going to be off into the sunset.
Going to retire after. I got to ask you a question. Now, you wouldn't have any idea, but I wonder how many children that you've checked through the 41 years that you've.
Oh, I don't have any idea.
You've seen. I bet you've seen in 41 years. You've seen some generations here in Harrison.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when I'm seeing the grandkids of my patients that I saw the first time.
That's a long time.
Makes you start feeling old for sure.
Well, do you have any plans as far as retirement? I mean, you got you going to travel? No, you got lots of grandchildren, so you're going to be seeing.
Well, my wife wants me to take her on a trip to Europe, so
okay.
I'm going to do that for one thing. Then I'm going to have another grandbaby coming up pretty soon, and I'll be traveling around the state, keeping an eye on the grandkids.
So you'll have plenty to do, Doc.
Plenty to do.
Well, it's been a real pleasure having you here, and of course I've been leasing from you for many years here, and we've been next door, and I've seen the great practice that you've got here, and I'm sure Dr. Jensen will continue that same, and you'll enjoy retirement and those grandkids.
Yeah, he's a great dentist. He's going to be a great replacement for me.
We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk with Dr. Jensen a little bit about his background, where he came from, and what he expects to do here at his dental office. We'll be back in just a moment.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
The all-new 2014 Rancher and Foreman line. And introducing the remarkable new Pioneer 700s. For every challenge, there's a Honda.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138. Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the Fitness Club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the Fitness Club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the Fitness Club, Highway 6265 North in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, and we've actually let Dr. Williams go back to work, and now we're going to talk to Dr. Chad Jensen. You like to be called Dr. Chad?
That's right.
That's very good. So I'll try to remember that. If I call you Dr. Jensen, well, don't think anything.
I would never hold it against you.
Okay, Chad, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from, what you've been doing, and then we want to talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing here.
Absolutely. First of all, I thank you so much for having me here today.
You're welcome.
It is a pleasure working so close with such a fine man.
Thank you.
And appreciate all the support you've given us. So
Thank you.
Love it here in Harrison. I'm originally from Maryland.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty far away. And I kind of grew up in the woods and the hills and the trees and the green, and this feels quite like home. And my wife and I were big outdoors people. And
very good. It's a beautiful part of the country here. Really.
Yeah. Really, it really is. I'm excited for fall.
Now, you moved from where, Chad?
Originally, well, let's see. Most recently, I've spent about a year in Phoenix.
Okay.
So
now that's a big difference between Maryland and Phoenix. I can tell.
Yeah, that's a big difference. It's 120 degrees during the summer. So
okay, so you had a temporary stop there in the Phoenix area.
Yeah, and I went to the University of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And that's where I got my dental degree there at the University of Pittsburgh. And,
okay.
And then from there I went to California, and then Phoenix, and then here. So I've moved all over the place.
You've been coast to coast. Well, you will. If you're from Maryland, I know kind of the area you're from, you will enjoy the Ozarks. The Ozarks, very beautiful. I grew up here, moved around a lot in my life doing import buying and overseas stuff, and then got somehow tied up in this little TV business, which I've really enjoyed. But there's no prettier place in the country than right here in the Ozarks, Buffalo National River. If you're an outdoors person, the hiking, the streams, it's a very nice place. Now, you did happen to come when we have one of the extreme coldest winters.
Oh my gosh, my wife would. They said it was going to be warmer here. What is all this snow about? I said, it's not usual.
This is very unusual. Now, you realize if another winter comes about, she's going to make you pay for it.
It's going to be because of me, though. That's
right.
We brought the winter with us. I don't know.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about your office here. How is it a little bit different than regular dentist offices, perhaps?
Well, we're actually the only all pediatric office here.
Okay.
We only see children and teens up to the
Okay.
age of about 21.
Okay.
So most of the other dentists in the area, they work with all age groups, all ages, sizes, and some of them only work with adults, because oftentimes, as everybody knows, working with kids can be a lot of fun, but also very challenging.
Yes,
So,
it can be. And a little stressful at sometimes, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the things that we are so good at my office, is that we're all completely trained, and we want to make sure that the child has the absolute best experience, especially, being the first time their dentist office. And we have a lot of patience with the kids. We have toys, we have prizes, we have stickers, and we're fixing actually to put TV screens on all the ceilings, so all the kids can watch TV while they're having their teeth cleaned. So
I would assume, and it's been so long since I was a child, but remember having two boys, taking them to the dentist and going through the orthodontics and all that type of thing with both of them. But I would assume when the child first comes into a dentist office, it's really important to get on the right track with that child to start with, because you don't want them to have the fear factor, obviously.
Yeah, a lot of the things that we see is that oftentimes a parent might take their child to their regular dentist, and they end up having, unfortunately, a bad experience. Now, that isn't always the case, but they might have a bad experience, and it's really important that first visit when they're kids is that it's it's an entertaining, they're excited about brushing their teeth, they're excited about, and then they love, we hear it all the time, my kids love coming to the dentist, and they're like, I don't like going to the dentist, but my kids like coming here. And so,
well, that's a good thing.
That's why they keep coming back. So it's very important, to teach them young and instill that, oral health into the children at a young age.
Let me ask you something, Dr. Chad. Anymore, there's a lot of different, of course, dentistry is not unlike, you go into the doctor or a hospital or whatever. It's somewhat expensive. Insurance. How do you handle insurance, or what type of insurance programs can you offer people that come in?
Absolutely. We want to kind of be a catch-all. We want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to have affordable dental insurance. We accept ARKids, we accept Medicaid, we accept all insurance companies. We'll bill your insurance for you. We have great affordable plans for people who don't have any insurance whatsoever, that we can help them out as well. Because honestly, we are trying to help people and their teeth. We just want to take care of you, no matter what background or what your financial situation is. We want to help you.
Well, that makes it. And you mentioned ARKids, which for families that are on that program, that's very important. And Medicaid. I know a lot of dentists don't like to deal with Medicaid because it's another one of those government programs. Right. So that's a big plus that you're willing to do that for people. And then if they don't have any type of insurance, which a lot of people don't, even with all the things going on right now, at least you'll be able to work with them if they need dentist services for their children.
Absolutely.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, about what age should a child start coming to see the dentist? When should I bring my child?
That's a great question. When the American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry, they recommend that a child have their first visit at 1 year of age.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty young. A lot of people are like, man, my kid doesn't even barely have any teeth yet. And what's really important is to make sure that those first teeth are coming in properly, as well as making sure that there's no problems with the teeth, because oftentimes we'll see situations where those first teeth that come in, they're getting a lot of sugar, a lot of sweets on them, or they're not coming in quite right. And so it's real important to take a look at those, and then we can also consult with the parents and make sure that, ask any questions that they might have. Do I use fluoride toothpaste? Do I not use? Or how do I clean the teeth? Or what should their diet be? So there's a lot of questions that we can also help answer.
Right.
So we do that at starting age 1, and then we continue that.
And you see them to what age do you go through?
We go all the way until 21 years
21
old.
years old. Okay, so through the teen years and into college and so forth. Dr. Jensen, I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break. I've got some more questions I want to ask you, and we want to get into a little bit more about your practice and what you're going to offer here for the community. So we're going to take a break here on Connection. We'll be back in a moment and talk to Dr. Chad Jensen, who has just purchased the business here from Dr. Lowell Williams after 41 years of service here in Harrison. We'll be back in just a moment.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Respiratory allergies and other problems of the ear, nose, and throat affect the lives of millions of people each year. It's a broad spectrum of problems that can be improved or even corrected under the care of an ENT, or ear, nose, and throat physician, who specializes in otolaryngology.
All that is green is not infection. All that sneezes is not allergy. To see an otolaryngologist would be the individual to be able to help differentiate between the two.
Many of the patients at Dr. Bell's Family ENT and Sinus Center of Harrison, Arkansas, have come for the proper diagnosis and management of chronic upper respiratory symptoms. The key is knowing that there are other ways besides antibiotics to manage allergies and respiratory problems, options that will help patients breathe easier and feel healthier on a daily basis. For more information, visit narmc.com.
I drive one, your grandpa drove one, your uncle drives one.
It's not me, Dad. Besides,
I gotta be me, I gotta be me.
The new Tundra, built in Texas for a new generation of Texans.
When you put it like that.
Yeah. Lease a new 2014 Tundra Double Cab V8 for only $269 a month plus 2 years complimentary Toyota care. Toyota, let's go places.
Spring has already started at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. Come in and browse their vast assortment of home decor and gift items. The Michel line of bath and body products, market bags, and kitchen accessories are the perfect gift for any occasion. Also new at Sisters, metal folk art and chalkboard message boards in various styles and designs. Whether you're looking for a bold centerpiece, artistic floral arrangement, tag dinnerware and accent pieces, or razorback gift ideas, Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the Fitness Club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the Fitness Club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the Fitness Club, Highway 6265 North in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, we're visiting with Dr. Chad Jensen, who is new to the Harrison area, has just purchased Dr. Lowell Williams' dentistry business here after many, many years of service to the community, and Dr. Williams is still working with him a little bit, kind of a transition stage. Again, Dr. Jensen, good to have you in Harrison. We were talking about you start at 1, you go through 21 as far as the business goes. Notice something, since we're right next door here and we share the buildings with you, you do a lot of Hispanic people coming in here and they're bringing their children. Tell us just a little bit about that.
Well, I was fortunate enough that at a young age I learned a lot of Spanish.
Okay.
In fact, I can speak Spanish fluently, and I have a couple dental assistants who are very, are also from Hispanic, and so we've been able to serve a lot of the Hispanic population very well. So, pueden venir y conocerme.
That's a big plus, and I've noticed that Dr. Williams started that many years ago, and and really has a lot of Hispanic families that come here, and I'm sure they're very appreciative that they've got someone that they can communicate with. Some of them may not speak English as well, and it's very difficult for some people to deal with it. Dental x-rays. A child is, some people are a little hesitant to have the child x-ray. Let's talk about the x-ray side of it just a moment.
Yeah, a lot of parents get nervous about the x-ray. There's big things about the, excess radiation.
Yes.
And that's one thing that we are really cautious about in my office is we don't want to overdose any children with dental x-rays. Now, one thing I want to mention is that as many of you were in your kids, you probably had dental x-rays.
Yes.
And those old films that they place in the mouth, and then they, you have to develop them like an old, We've actually upgraded all of our technologies to new digital x-rays, which have extremely, extremely low doses of radiation.
Okay.
We're talking about the same amount of radiation you might get in doing like a plane flight.
Oh, okay.
So
wow.
Extremely low, very, very safe.
Very.
And we never prescribe x-rays unless absolutely necessary. With most children, that's that tends to be the case because of those cavities which form in between the teeth, and that's how we see those cavities is by utilizing that x-ray technology, which has become very, very safe. So,
another thing with pediatric dentistry, a lot different than dealing with adults or even young adults. Do you allow the parents to be there with their child, or do you make them sit in the waiting room area?
That's a great question. I know that I have a 3-year-old myself.
Okay.
And if my 3-year-old was going to a dentist's office, I'd want to be there. I want to see what they're doing. I want to see, how he's responding, and absolutely, we encourage from start to finish parental, help, and parents are always allowed back to, and if you have questions and things like that, to answer questions, and we encourage it in my office, and we always welcome the parents back for cleanings, for the x-rays, for if we're doing any fillings or anything like that. They're always welcome back.
That's good. That makes them feel better too, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You had one here that I wasn't aware of. How do you prevent baby bottle decay? I did not know that you could have decay from baby bottle.
Yeah, and that's actually a big concern in our area, is that people don't have a lot of awareness about what early childhood caries or baby bottle decay. Basically just a fancy word for getting cavities when you're really young.
Sure.
You have a child who's 2, maybe 3 years old, and they have cavities on all of their teeth. And the reason why that happens is because the baby bottle has sugar in it. Mother's milk has sugar in it. Formula has sugar in it. A lot of times we also see it with the juices. I know programs like WIC and other things, they emphasize utilizing juices to put in, sippies and things like that in bottles. And all of those things, when they're constantly bathed on the teeth, they can cause those cavities to form all over. And that's a big problem because, when we see somebody that has those kind of, cavities, it's very challenging to work on them in the office. And that's one thing we do offer hospital type care. In that situation, we might take a child over to the hospital in that type of a setting and take care of all of those cavities at once in the hospital setting.
Okay, very good.
So for those parents out there, just stay away from the baby bottles. Don't give it to them at night, all night long. Sugar and juices, limit it to 6 ounces and only for a short period of time. Rest of the time, water's great.
Water works good. There's been not controversy, but a lot of discussion through the years about fluoride. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the fluoride thing a little bit.
Yeah, fluoride is fantastic. I know there's been a lot of controversy over fluoride, but fluoride, what it does is actually helps the teeth mineralize, makes them very strong so that the cavities can't get in and penetrate the teeth. Most municipalities place fluoride in the water already. Unfortunately, here in Arkansas, in this area, we don't have that luxury of having that fluoride placed in the water already. We do offer fluoride tablets, fluoride drops that you can place into the water, but utilizing a fluoride toothpaste will help a lot. And your child can start utilizing a fluoride toothpaste as soon as they can spit.
Okay.
As soon as they can get out. But fluoride is very, very crucial to making sure those teeth are healthy and strong. And there's just not strong evidence to show that it's in any way harmful to us.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and we don't have fluoride in our water system here,
Yep.
unfortunately. Can you get a mouthwash type to put, where you put it in your mouth and then spit it out type thing to go along with the brushing?
Absolutely, they have several mouthwashes. You can purchase them at any store, and just make sure on the back and look and see. It should say fluoride, and it should have some sort of active ingredient that says fluoride on it.
Right.
And that's great in addition to utilizing the brushing. But for those young kids, also utilizing fluoride drops and fluoride pills, and you can get those, and I can prescribe those at my office.
Okay,
So,
very good.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of a sealant that you can put on your teeth that would keep decay down or lessen
Yes.
the decay side of it?
Yeah, on the permanent teeth, when the permanent teeth start coming out and they start erupting, then at that point, when we see that those back teeth are coming up, they have really deep grooves in them, and that's where the sticky candies get in. Those kids like drinking the soda pop, and those grooves is where they like to hide, and those cavities usually form. So what we place it's like a thin nail polish kind of thing.
Okay.
It's a thin, clear coat, and it goes right over top of that tooth and seals those deep grooves so that those cavities don't form down there quite as easily. So
That'll help.
it helps great.
I'm the same way probably as a lot of children. What about in your office sedation process? What do you do?
So as many of you are aware, having a child who's 3 to 6 years old, it's very, very challenging to get them to sit still. Do anything for any period of time, right?
Right.
Attention spans are very short, and we're great at that at an office. Only time we really need to do a sedation for a child is when we're doing a filling, or if we're having to repair any of the teeth. And the sedations are extremely safe. They're backed by 100 years of data, and we have all of our emergency equipment and things like that up to date, and it's very, very safe. But basically what would happen is that the child, if we decide that we need to do some work and they would be a candidate for sedation, we prescribe some medications, and it's as simple as the child comes into the office and they drink a little juice before their appointment, and then they sit for about an hour, and then we bring them back when they're really kind of sleepy and tired, and we can go ahead and get the work done. It's easy for the mom, easy for the dad, easy for the child, and it works really well.
But it helps a lot.
It helps a lot.
Dr. Jensen, we got about a minute left, and we want to finish up by talking about where you are, your location, your hours, and your phone number.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you having me on your show.
You're quite
I really
welcome.
do. We're located right next to TK08. That's 500 North Main Street here in Harrison. That's right across from the hospital. We're just kitty corner to it. And we've recently renamed our office to Smiles RS.
Smiles RS? I like
Smiles
that.
RS, so more kid-friendly. We're remodeling. We're making a lot of nice, fun changes to it. So, and our phone number is 870-741-GRIN.
I like that.
So yeah,
That's easy to remember.
741-GRIN. So,
Yeah, that's very nice. And you are accepting new patients, I would assume?
Oh yes, we always welcome new patients, and we'd love to have them.
We're glad to have you on our show. We're glad to be a neighbor to you, and look forward to working with you and being a part of the community here, and having a young dentist moving here in Harrison, their family, and your wife and child, and we're glad to have you. And if we can help in any way, we will, and we just want to continue to be neighbors and help out any way we can. We appreciate it. Dr. Chad Jensen with us today. He's right here at 500 North Main Street. He purchased the practice from Dr. Lowell Williams after 41 years in dentistry here. Has a great practice. He's a fine young man. You need to stop by, and if you have a child, bring them early. Remember, 1 year of age, they can come in and see the dentist for the first time, and they should get in here early. Thank you, Dr. Jensen. We appreciate it. Thanks for joining us on Connection here today. We'll see you again next week.
local television worth watching. KTKO Channel 8. Harris